What's going on, traders? Guess what? You don't have to see my face all day long today. You'll still be able to knock knock. Listen to my man Spencer.
Yeah, hello. Can anyone hear
Hello
me?
there.
I'm here. I have a non-functioning camera on this crappy laptop, but I have a microphone, I have a headset, and I'm here. I'm sorry I missed you guys this morning on PreMarket Prep. I'll be back tomorrow. I promise. Joel will also be back tomorrow. He promises. Um, so I missed you. I missed you all, and I'm ready to go. We got 32 minutes to the close. So
I I
let's
definitely
talk
have
some
to agree
stuff.
with Gucci, man. It's not the same show without you. So I have to say he said it best. So
Well,
I won't.
I appreciate that. I am feeling a little bit better. I don't know if you could hear it, but I feel less congested. I sound less congested. I just got this little bit of a cough situation, but other than that, I'm okay. And I'm going to get the Regeneron antibody cocktail
What?
on Monday.
Regeneron.
On Monday during the middle of the day. So I will let you all know how that goes.
Hey, well, it looks like we are definitely waking people up. Brian said he had us on idle just in the background, and we scared the crap out of him. So that means we're doing something good. We're
Story
doing
of
it
my
right.
life. Story of my life, Brian. Story of my life.
Let's go ahead. Let's get this going. What happened out there in the market today? And boy, oh boy, what did you, if you were a bear yesterday, you're probably not looking so good today. Let's take a look at the overall market. Spencer, those levels that Joel always talks about really held here. 426.95. I know he was talking about levels right on here, and look how that is really recovering. We got back up about 435. This morning, I was kind of concerned to see if we were just going to drop out the open because we had gone up almost 3% since the lows of kind of on Wednesday. And instead, we just got to move straight back up right out the gates. We still made a move up about almost 1% up there. So if you look at yesterday's low compared to the high that we got to, that's a 3.29% move in the SPY. It's pretty good right there. You don't see those often, right, Spencer?
I mean, yeah, the question probably everyone is asking, I'm asking it, I'm sure we'll ask it tomorrow morning as well, is what is today? Is today a breakout or merely a fake out? Right? Apologies if you've already seen that asked today. I'm sure everyone is asking the same question. The same question that I have, no one knows the answer to, but like Mitch said, you don't see days like today super often. And then I always like to ask myself on big up days or big down days, what what changed? Like, did anything really fundamentally change with the market, with the economic picture, with the rate forecast, with inflation, with and not really is the answer. The answer is not really. I know there's all these headlines about the debt ceiling this and kick the can down the road that. But no, nothing really changed today. I don't think anyone actually thinks that the debt ceiling is what's causing this volatility. Maybe people think that. I don't think that. But regardless, um, nothing changed today from an interest rate standpoint, from an economic growth standpoint, or even from a um, COVID standpoint. I mean, it's just this is the market being inefficient, right? And maybe overshooting on the way down, overshooting on the way up. I think that maybe could be what this is. Uh, the more we zigzag here, the more I'm inclined to maybe cross over the river onto Team Joel and think that maybe we're just due for some more of this for the rest of the year, just some more back and forth action. But nothing changed. Nothing changed, and so I don't see any reason to think that yesterday was the bottom because there's no real reason for this.
Yeah, the only thing I can kind of point out is that other time when we were in last year, kind of similar situation. We came down, then bounced up, then came down, bounced up, and then finally broke out going into November and December. This is what I'm kind of expecting. I'm expecting some sideways action here for a month or two. I could see it being stuck between this 425 kind of 95 and 450, just kind of going sideways here, up and down, up and down. That's what I'm looking for. But of course, if it goes through 450, I know that we'll be definitely on top of it, looking for the next extension up. Q's doing well today. Also reclaiming kind of that same area that was really a concern. 355s to me. Once we reclaim that, starting to get back above here, 362. I called out 370s a little bit earlier in the week. I'm still seeing that into play. Let's see if we can get into that area tomorrow, maybe get up there towards 368. We'll see what happens in the Qs for the rest of the week. Any major news coming out in the daytime today, or is there anything you want to first go to?
Yeah, I didn't see any big intraday news. Did anyone in the chat see any big intraday news? I mean, nothing really jumped out to me. There was a couple of stocks on my radar, but I'm sorry, I'm catching up on the chat now. So Tom Brady, nothing changing. Being Qs will keep pumping. Well, yeah, I guess if you want to say nothing really changed, then you're right. We shouldn't have been down here in the first place, Tom. And I'm just reading a few of these chat comments here. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah,
It's
we do
all
have a job.
good.
We do have a jobs number tomorrow. Very good
Yeah,
point, Jay. Very good point.
nice.
So that'll be something to have on our radar. But okay, let's start with China here. I know you talked about this morning, and we talked about this in the middle of the day as well, Mitch. But I mean, look, this had to have been predictable, right? I know you mentioned NetEase. We talked about Baba. You can look at any Chinese stock today; they're all trading higher. This you had to see this coming. I think if you're coming in here now, I think to borrow Dennis's favorite term, you're doing it backwards. But could these keep running? Sure. Is this marking the bottom? No. Again, because nothing changed. This is just the market doing what the market does.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yes, Lone Pigsy and Cub. This is my AI
You
that's
saw
talking
that
to
one,
you right
right?
now. Yep, this is my
You
AI.
got it. This is Spencer Bot 2.0. Don't worry, guys. We're trying to get to 3.0. We'll see if we can get an update. And with that being said, GM, do you want to shift on over to the GM? Because I
Yeah,
feel like that
yeah.
was a very important move today.
Here, yeah, pull up the chart because I haven't looked at the chart for a hot minute here. Yeah, wow. So this is what is it? Daily? What is that?
Daily.
Okay.
Daily. Yeah.
See, I called this out to y'all. I think it was on Thursday or probably Friday. I mentioned, hey, you got to know when these big investor days are coming.
Mm-hmm.
They're not always going to be catalysts. They're not always going to move the stock, but you have to know, especially when it's a thing like EVs, and this is a multi-day affair. And we saw how big a deal Ford's thing was. I mean, can you pull up that Ford chart for a second,
Yeah, let's take
Mitch?
a look.
Because let's find out when was the Ford? I'm gonna have to look this up on my slow laptop here. When was the Ford EV event earlier in the year? Was it in August? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
think it
was.
was this pop maybe.
Or no, was it in May? They may have been in May. No, that's when they announced it. The event was happening. Um, maybe Shaq can help me out. I bet you. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at that chart there that you've got up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
The Ford event, if you go back, I bet you it was in like that June, that whatever that top was in June.
Yeah, right here or up here at the top.
Yeah, up there, Like the Ford EV event was somewhere around, I bet you it was in the middle of that range. I bet you it was I bet you that gap. That's when the Ford event was, and then it ran up into the event, and I definitely remember running into it after the event as well. Um, and there was no reason not to think that the GM event today, yesterday, it's like a several day thing. There's no reason to think that that couldn't have been the same thing, right? And so if you go back to that GM chart, They just basically spent the last 2 days just pounding the table on these are all the amazing things we're going to do with EVs, all the money we're investing, all the crazy, uh, uh, you know, fat margins we're going to make on all of our cars and all the services we're going to provide, and blah blah blah. So you had to know that this kind of a move on GM could have happened. And Tiny Pie Media, yes, that is what I'm doing. I am sending Aaron Thomas a subliminal message to send me a. Actually, I'm supposed to get my. I have a laptop, a work laptop that's at the office. I'm gonna get it sent to me, brought to me tonight. But anyway, so yeah, GM. If you go back to that chart, this move was predictable, but the reason I asked for the Ford chart is to take a look and see what Ford did based off a similar type of event.
Mm-hmm.
And so GM, I could easily see this doing the same thing. What do I mean by same thing? I mean probably running for a couple days, maybe a week, and then topping out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could definitely see that. One thing that I think from GM that was really something I think I knew they were working on certain things like for autonomous and kind of what was really released sounded a little bit more than what I even expected. It said that it would be able to handle 95% of driving like it could even do like full routes. Like if you know where you're heading, it could do the full route, stop at stoplights, stop at stop signs, make right, left-handed turns. I mean, this is going to be interesting. And I mean, it's for 2023, but GM coming hard and Ford coming hard. I remember when we first started talking, if they would step into the EV, now you definitely know they're here to stay and trying to compete with Tesla.
I
The
mean,
question is,
you always knew this was going to happen, and I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I can come in and buy either GM or Ford here.
honestly, I don't think it's a bad play because I mean, at the end of the day, one thing that I would say, at least from GM or Ford, is that you don't get the volatility of like these other EVs, right? It's not as volatile. Even
That's
like
true. Okay, so I'll put it that way. If you told me I had to own any EV stock, I would probably choose GM or Ford over the vast majority, probably almost all of the other ones. Almost all of them. Not all of them, but almost all of them. Because at least I know they can make cars, right?
that's true.
So there's that, which is nice. But
Also, did you see your affirm making a monster rip,
I
man?
saw. Wait, I saw it yesterday. It's moving again today.
Oh, it tried to get through that 140. Did that kind of like little in between day. I'd be looking for maybe a little
Gosh,
pullback towards 130. Starting to close. It did push up a little bit, but it's just holding sideways for me.
this gave me. I had all the chances in the world to rebuy this, and what was I doing? I had all the chances in the world. I had how many? I had like 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have bought this at like 106 for like 5 days, and I didn't. And I I made my own bed with this one. I should have bought it at like 106. Whatever. FOMO
Happens to the
stuff.
best of us.
Okay. Oh, this is another thing though. It's like you could be bullish. Part of me like has a problem with stocks that I own making moves like this dramatic because
Hey, I know what you mean.
even if you're in love with the buy now pay later model, you really believe in it, you believe in the company long term, moves like this are not sustainable. They're just not.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is you end up in like a Zoom situation, right? Where like maybe the company is still growing, right? Or like I don't know what's a better example, like a Zoom or like a Peloton or even like a Palantir, where the company is still growing, but you have because the stock got so far ahead, then your stock just basically playing catch up for an indeterminate amount of time afterwards. Even if the company is still growing, fundamentals, the stock just isn't in sync with it. So I'm not, I don't own a firm, but if I did, part of me would be like, "Yo, chill right now," because
Take it easy. Take it
I'm
easy.
not trying to watch you because if you want to hold it for a long time, would you rather watch it go up 8%, 10% a year, or would you rather it go up, 100% 1 year and then down for like 4 years? Because
I'll show you a perfect
I feel
example.
like I'd prefer the
Perfect
first one.
example was my Genie. I've been in since 1680s, right? It went up there towards 24 and it was going so fast. Everyone was talking about it. I was just like, no, just slow down up there. I
Yeah,
don't need you to be so fast
yeah,
up there. I want you to hang
yeah,
out up there.
yeah,
I don't need you to come right back down on me. And that's exactly what it did. And
yeah.
so I mean that's just the volatility of your stock. You got to know the nature. And that's another thing is by using those further out time frames, you can try to get those better dips to get
Okay.
into a stock that's
Yeah,
a rocket.
so Tonerman has a good point. Tonerman says I'd rather get my 50% and run. Yes, that's true. I guess I'm referring to like longer term positions. I have a very hard time selling a stock that I bought for a longer term position. So last year, for example, right? Like a lot of you, I'm sure, I was up in everything. Everything I owned was up. But I didn't have, those weren't trades. Those were longer term things for me, right? And I was very reluctant to sell anything because I was like, I don't want to. I'm up big now, but I don't want to look back in 5 years and regret selling. I have a very hard time with that. So that's just me, right? And like you guys saw, like it was difficult for me to sell. I sold my K-Web, right, a few months ago. That was difficult for me because K-Web was a long-term position. So like when a stock like a firm, for example, which I could have bought for a long term position. I don't know. It's hard for me to take the money and run on that. So
Well, I can say I know how that goes. It's definitely hard for me to do long term investment, and I think you do better than I. So we'll
well,
definitely
yeah. I
talk
mean,
about it.
it's harder for me to sell. It's harder for me to sell, right?
That's the truth.
I like to let ideas marinate for a while before I buy and before I sell. So anyway, okay. Yeah, exactly, Noah.
Baba is being talked in the chat. If you want to talk a little bit of Baba, just rewind. We did Baba first. We took a quick look at that. We've been mentioning it a lot on PreMarket Prep. So if you want to do a little bit more research, I would say you go back to PreMarket Prep,
Okay,
find where the Baba talk is. You'll see the
I
right hand side.
I have a question for you, Mitch.
Yeah.
You went on a field trip today. I saw.
Oh, you want to talk about my field trip? You want to
I
get
do want to talk
into
about
it?
the field trip. Yeah,
All right.
let's get into this.
All right. So, like always, one of the things we like to do is a little bit of research, right? I mean, when you do research, you want to
Channel
know
checks.
kind of what's going on. And especially when there's a new stock, new stocks are always going to bring kind of new investors, new hype. And sometimes it's going to bring a monster of a rip. With that being said, we've been seeing Dutch bros making moves lately. So I said, you know what? I finally saw a little bit of a sideways action. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to attack this Dutch Bros chart. I got in today. I took my shot. Yes, it's not holding the best. I mean, it did give a little spike holding there. I'm taking my shot off 42. But what I did do is do some research for us. The Dutch Bros is in, guys. The Dutch Bros is here, guys. It's right here. And I'll tell you, tastes pretty good. Not bad.
What
Got me
kind of coffee is that?
This is it has like vanilla, caramel, that kind of thing. This is a classic coffee. One thing that I'll tell you about Dutch Bros that they did that was a little bit different. I did see a little bit more focus on customer service. I got asked multiple times what I was doing today. You could tell that that's kind of more of an employee customer service kind of thing that they have. One thing that did impress me though is watch this. I got some research for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look here. All right.
I'm ready.
So a lot of people have been asking me what's all the hype about with the Dutch Bros coffee. This is what it's all about, guys. Look, I'm going to show you guys here.
What the hell? What did you do?
This is Starbucks. Do you see anybody in that? Look, one car. Do you see anybody there? The parking lot. That's Starbucks right there. Show you. Look right across. Look down there. right
You see those
across.
cars
Oh my
waiting over there?
gosh.
James
That's what
Shopping
they're
Plaza.
waiting for. They're waiting for Dutch Bros.
Whoa.
Look at the empty Starbucks right next to it. Let's go ahead and let's go get a coffee.
Whoa. That
this.
is that's
No, hold
wild.
on. This is the wrong one first. Let's do this one.
Welcome
Look,
to
Okay, I'm ready.
the Dutch Bros. Look
at
this
that.
double lines.
Double lines.
Double lines?
Chick-fil-A.
Double lines. Not only one line going to the back, 2 lines going to the back.
This must be the best coffee ever. That's the only explanation.
Look, it's just like it's almost like it becomes Chick-fil-A all over again for lunch.
Because Chick-fil-A has the cones in the parking lot.
Dude, they actually have like people that come out to you and take your order. It's not like you get to the front and then they're taking your order. They already have people coming out with their little iPads.
Wait. Is the inside closed?
Yes, you can't even go inside, Spencer.
Okay,
so,
all right. This is not as impressive as okay. If the inside were open, it wouldn't be like that.
It wouldn't be like that, but that's actually a smart thing, right? Though, because how expensive is that location for them to upkeep?
What?
The rent is going to be cheaper, right? It's going to be a smaller location.
Wait. Oh, wait. Is that how they wait? Oh, you mean there is no inside? That's what you mean?
There is no inside. Like you can order from like the window and that's it.
Oh, wait. Is that how they all are?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have to check some in California. Maybe there's some that are a little bit different, but at least the ones that I've seen, they're all like this.
Oh, you can't. You literally, even like without COVID, like you can't go inside.
Yep. So no upkeep.
Oh, it's like I got it. Okay. Wow.
So I'm taking my shot on the Bros Coffee, man.
Okay.
Cheers on up. Pinky up.
Today,
full
some
disclosure.
of us today James and I learned that it's literally it's like a Wiener Schnitzel third wave. All right. It's like those like Waffle House huts that you see on like ski slopes, right? You rock up and you get your coffee and then you go. That was
line,
cool.
I still to this. What?
Look at this double line.
That's cool. Oh man, so
this ain't Chick-fil-A.
So wait, question. What time was this at?
This was right now, man. 2 p.m.
Wait,
2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so
Eastern.
Like
so
hour and a half ago.
Yeah, an hour and a half ago. I mean, come on.
So 2 p.m. on Eastern on a Thursday. Wait, but you're in.
I'm in Mountain Time, so we're talking noon.
Noon,
and there's still that line.
So noon on a Thursday, a random Thursday, and the line was around the corner.
Oh, Lisa knows the soft top. You see, there's some people that know about this. It's an interesting one. You know what I had to do it, Spencer. I asked the employee. I was like, "You do have the stock, you know?" And she was like, they let us get in early, right?"
I bet they did. I bet they did. That's awesome. Great for them.
I was like, great for them. I was like, I would have taken it. Slide it over.
Wow.
Hey, so a little research job for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Wait, shout out to Lisa Leah Hunt in the chat. Says her daughter said it's like that 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm not joking. It's like that. Remember last time I wanted to go to it and I went to go get my coffee. But as soon as I saw the line, I had to turn away, Spencer. I was like, I'm not waiting 30 minutes. Like,
wow. Dude, wait, we have to show that to Dennis and Joel tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. The research proves it, you know?
Wow. Boots on the ground. Hey, you know what they call that? They call that a channel check. That's what they call that. A channel check from Money Mitch right there.
I tried to find out, guys.
So and you know, and the funniest part of that too was that it was across from Starbucks.
There's not many I don't think you're gonna find that are literally like hand in hand. Starbucks right here.
Wow.
Dutch Bros right here.
And hey, I've been owned Starbucks since last year. Yeah, that's crazy. Starbucks has been great for me. It's been a great performer, but based on that video, oh boy, ooh.
And I mean, don't you think? And I would believe this. Starbucks was more of a cultural move. It took a while, and then all of a sudden, it was like Starbucks over everything.
Yeah, well, isn't that what this is?
That's what I'm starting to think. That's what I'm starting to think, Spencer. Is this going to be bros over everything?
Third Wave is asking the right questions. Third Wave, I don't know when the lockup expires. That's a great question.
I'll keep an eye out on that one, Third Wave. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Let's look at some other stocks. Peloton moving 5% off the lows. There's so many stocks that are moving. You guys in the chat, what do you guys want to talk about? I mean, we can go into Levi's. Levi had a good day with that guidance. Still having a great day, not looking bad at all.
Hey, you want to pull up Tilray? Tilray gained back a lot of those losses from the morning.
It was just a chop chart.
Yeah.
Look at those wicks.
Oh, gosh.
When do you see those wicks in pre-market? That was someone taking some sizing there. But definitely with cannabis, I think it's just all about the Banking Act, right? I mean, that's the only thing I think is going to get it off the wheels there.
I've been sitting on my 4 stocks that have been getting dragged through the mud the past few months, but you just gotta know when to take your eye off the screen and let it play out, which is what I'm trying to do. But it's been brutal. It's been brutal if you own any of the Canadian LPs. Any cannabis stock, U.S. or Canada, it doesn't matter. It's been tough. It's been real tough. Thank you, Happy Muhammad. Wait, Happy says is that right? I guess March 14th. Okay, that would be 5 months. So 6 months. That'd be 6 months. So yeah, okay. March 14th.
Not bad.
Can you? I'm reading the chat right now. Can you keep? Yeah, no, Tom. I'm not selling my cannabis stocks. By the way, guys, the Cannabis Capital Conference is next week. I may or may not be there. It is looking. I'm highly questionable, but I'll be on the virtual stream. I can tell you that much.
But there's some big stocks that will be there, though, right, Spencer?
Yeah. I mean, there's companies. The stocks that I own companies that I own are going to be there, right?
Yeah.
TrueLeaf, Cresco, Curaleaf, right? There's companies
Canopy.
right? I don't know what Canopy.
Sundial.
Yeah, I don't know those guys, but yeah, we routinely get the biggest names in the industry at our conference. So, all right, wait, let's go to the chat here. There's a couple of tickers that are dropped in the chat. We asked for them. Someone asked about Matty Ice asked about DraftKings.
Let's take a look here.
Actually, I don't know. I haven't looked at this one since last week, so I don't really know what it's doing.
Let's take a look here.
Okay, see that's concerning because it's not going with the rest of the market.
Yeah, it's not holding its gains. And so one thing that I did talk about, though, it does have a line underneath it that I think is trying to at least hug. Last time it came to this was the last time it tried to push up. I'm thinking that it's just going a little sideways action here. Even though the market is, kind of going up, I think it's trying to get towards that trend line. It didn't really get to it on Thursday at 12. So let's see if it holds that. That's around 47.10, 48. Let's see if it holds there and then gets back up. But Penn did have a good day. So that's what it is a little concerning. Penn did bounce back, but looks like we're dropping fast right now. What's going on in the SPY? Let me see. There you go. That's what it is. We've had a little bit of a turnaround there. Every time I keep doing this show, Spencer, the market keeps coming down at the end. I might have to not do this show tomorrow.
It does seem like more often than not into the close we leak a little bit. But I mean, right. What more would you expect from a? I mean, okay, so you know what? This is interesting. Can you pull up like intraday chart of the SPY right there? Do you have that up? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
right here.
Oh boy, this is concerning now. Because where do we open at today? We opened at
right here.
438, 39.
Yep. 438, 45.
Oh gosh, we're up. We're flat. Actually, we just went red. For on an opening basis. On an opening basis, we're flat.
Mm-hmm.
That is holy cow. Okay, that's not great. This is a really bad sign.
That's the line right there, and we're starting to get to it. We're about to crack down through it. So
forget the pre-market, the overnight session. I don't care about that because we all know that it's less liquid and markets do what they want. But on an opening basis, we are red today in the SPY. Today's not going to be nearly. I don't think at 401 when we're all digesting, markets close up higher, whatever, 0.75% or whatever, 1% for the day. It won't be like that. It won't be in reality as good as that headline sounds, because we are going to close down. If we keep this up, we'll close down on an open to close basis, and that's not a good. That doesn't make me feel good, because we basically been trading down for what now? 6 hours? When's the last time we? I mean, the high of the day came at
1,
10:15.
2,
The
3,
high of the
4
day came at
hours.
the high of the day came at 10:15, right?
Yep.
So, and we're really leaking here now, right?
Yeah, we're starting to
So,
really leak. My main thing also is that the jobs number tomorrow. I think that's going to have a major impact for us. If it's really bad, are we going to come back down and test that 426? At least from what I've been seeing and hearing, it shouldn't be the worst, because I've been seeing big companies kind of hire a little bit more, at least from what I saw earlier in the week and the data that was put out. But we'll see what happens, really. It's going to be interesting. At 438, I wanted to see it close above that.
okay, well, we're right there. So that what was the open again? The opening was 438,
Uh,
39,
yeah,
45, 40,
4, yeah, 438,
uh,
45.
438, whatever. Okay, yes,
41,
41,
41, if you
41,
want to be
41.
exact. There
Yeah,
you go.
so we're right there. We're right there now. So let's see if we can at least hold the open. But you know what? Honestly, it's semantics, because either way, the fact that we're down here in the first place at all, the fact that we're down here at all, I think speaks volumes. So forget
The flip.
forget 441. That's long gone. That's long gone. This is such a hard market, man. This
Yeah,
is really
even when you get like a good mover, look how Penn right out the gate went straight up 7%, but then just cracks, not holding those gains. It's a
like
choppy chart. I mean,
the most of the market is going to close green today. Most stocks are going to close green. The indexes are going to close green. Most sectors are going to close green. But I
doesn't
don't
show you
feel
that weakness.
that yeah, exactly. It's not telling the whole story. The whole
Mm-hmm.
story is happening in the last couple hours, right?
It's when you got to be careful.
This is concerning. So we got less than a minute to go here, and yeah, I'm just staring at the SPY chart pretty much, because
Yeah, no, I mean,
I want to see us hold that fourth that double bottom there from 9:15 to 9:30 on the 15-minute chart, right? And we're right there. So
how's the Tesla Dragon doing going into their investor day? Did rocket off
oh,
there.
thanks for calling that out, Mitch. Hey, I emailed Tesla to get permission if we could
Tesla, answer, please.
if we could restream their event tonight, and they said, actually, they didn't say anything. They didn't even respond to me. So
They said we're too busy for that,
they
Spencer.
they did not respond to my email. I got the silent treatment from Tesla. Oh well.
Hey, well, we did push slightly past 800 there, but I'm wondering what's going to happen here. I know that there's some people taking some swings into that investor. I personally wouldn't take that shot, just because I don't know what's going to happen. And when I don't know, I don't like to take trades. If I can and have like important levels to go off of, then maybe. But here, it's just been trying so much to get through 800. We've had 2 tries to really hold above that. Are we going to wake up tomorrow over 800, or are we going to wake up tomorrow at 780s? I'm wondering.
I don't know. We are closed. Yeah, that was a not a fulfilling end of the session. Even though you look at a heat map, you see mostly green.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't fulfilling for me. Didn't do a lot for me.
Well, I will point out, some of the things they're going to be looking for in that Tesla investor presentation is the Berlin Gigafactory, and will it start producing cars next month? Also talks, of course, of Austin and that Gigafactory. It's supposed to finish and be completed by the end of this year and start full-scale production in 2022. So that definitely is going to be on the radar. Look, of course, for some chip talk. I know that there's going to be talk on that. Tesla has been talking about how they want to create their own chips. So I think that's another thing to definitely keep an eye out for. And of course, battery technology is always going to be talked about. So we'll see how that works. And China's growth and demand, also a key factor in that investor day.
All right. We got a Cannabis Hour replay coming up next. Everyone hit that like button. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, hopefully with the camera. And yeah, Mitch, thanks for hanging out with me for the past few minutes. It's fun.
Definitely. It was good to have you. Even though I talked to Spencer Bot 2.0, I enjoyed the market and at the close. People like Gucci, people like Easy, all the loyal viewers. We appreciate you guys. Definitely smash the like. We like doing this with you guys every single day. Even though Joel's not here, we're not going to miss out for you guys out there. So definitely smash the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you next time on At the Close. And guys, if you haven't done yet, definitely check out, if you're interested in expanding your skills in trading, check out the event that's going to happen on the 16th. By the Pre-Market Prep Plus crew, Dennis Dick, Joel Elconin, and of course, you're going to have Stock Odds, Rob Friesen join in, teach you guys a little bit about some basket trading. I know I'm going to be there. We'll see you guys there.
Get ready, Pre-Market Prep Plus.
So here it is, trading from relationships.
Talk pairs trading, sympathy trading, risk arbitrage, and then we'll even talk to social media.
This is your chance.
Be there.
How to increase the odds.
We're going to dive deep into relationship-based trading, pairs trading, sympathy trading, basket trading, risk arbitrage.
Then get ready for the